Judgment here. I thought the February 2020 drops video was a bit on the sparse side, but that's because I've been levelling up Nerezza, my first ever assassin. We are in a hell level game, and I thought I'd continue this series by explaining her gear at what is the end of Nightmare and the start of Hell. We've already played through Act 1 of Hell, and we got there, though it was quite a struggle. So currently her stats look like this. I still have 40 stat points remaining because I expect to put some points into either strength or dexterity to equip gear I find in the future. Essentially it's a normal thing, enough stat points for both strength and dexterity and everything else into vitality. And you'll notice here we do have over 200 mana. But here's the gear. We are still running with the Spectral Shard Blade. Can't find anything better than that. We have upgraded the lore to a cask, the same prismatic amulet, an all resistance 57 kite shield, and this I'm hoping to raise to a tower shield, purely for the blocking percentage. Tearhaunch greaves, these two magic fine rings, stealth mage plate, and this set of gloves. The one significant change is that I found the Mavina belt with its 20% faster run walk and 5 to light radius. So that restores the faster run walk that we lost by taking off the Sanders boots, which are still in the stash. Charms are still the same over here, but I have found some life charms and I thought I might as well put them in since I have the space. That one's not too bad. 218 to life, 14 to life, 30 to life, 10 per inventory square. Probably not worth it, but I have nothing else to put there. In the stash, the Sanders boots, magic find amulet, the same two fire resistance, cold resistance rings, but I did find a marginally better lightning resistance ring. On switch we just have the Ancient's Pledge and nothing to put there yet. In the stash I'm still carrying the Sanders boots, that belt, 3 perfect diamonds to go in a tower shield when we find one, and a couple of pieces of luck I have had. I ran the Countess and I was able to get 2 Lum runes. So I'll set aside Nef plus Lum for smoke, but I intend that for the mercenary, and there's Eth plus Lum for Splendour, a rune word I've never used. Tal plus Eth for a better stealth, Ort plus Soul for a better lore, and Perfect Sapphire Ral Thol to put sockets in a helm. I found 120 defense Shako, but I wasn't prepared to use a socket quest, so if I find another one I'll use that. And a Perfect Topaz Thol Tal to put sockets in body armour, and the thing I would like here would be a 2-socket Dust Shroud. The mercenary's been something of a problem. He is still running with the Gem Bone Weave, and you can see he has close to maximum resistances. Still the Worm Skull Helm for the Lifesteal, and the Crown of Thieves I keep on thinking would be an excellent replacement. But the big change has been to the weapon. Now, Gulzar was a Holy Freeze mercenary, now he is a Might Aura mercenary. He was running with the Impaler War Spear. For a couple of games the Battle Branch Poleaxe, and for some time with a 2-socket Hyperion Spear, into which I made the rune word Stealth. However, late in Nightmare level I found an ethereal 2-socket Ogre Axe, and I've made strength in that again, and the mercenary has been strength bugged here. He didn't have enough strength to equip that on his own, so I bought a hard leather armour which had plus 15 to strength, put that on temporarily, gave him the Ogre Axe and then replaced the armour, so he's now relying on the strength supplied by this rune word to equip the item. Now I don't do that in my own characters, but in this occasion it seemed to be well, workable enough, given that you resurrect the mercenary entirely. For skills, nothing in martial arts, shadow disciplines, 1 point each in these ones here. Burst of speed is now up to level 6 by virtue of the +1 to all skills from the Law Helm. I have maximised Shadow Master. At this stage she is at least as good a tank as the mercenary, arguably better. For traps, I have put additional points into Fire Blast that I consider to be a mistake, and when I respect this character I will go probably for straight lightning synergies. I have maxed Lightning Sentry and Death Sentry. Any extra points I'll put into Shockweb, though I'm considering putting just 1 point into Fade. The idea of having the resistances boosted by 19 and have curse duration down by 47% seems a good investment for 1 skill point. So that's Nerezza's gear at the end of Nightmare and sort of the start of Hell level. No deaths yet, though there have been a few close calls, and we will see how she progresses through Hell. And then it will be time to equip her as a Magic Find character using either self-found gear, but I'll probably go back and equip her with gear I already have. Thanks once again.